man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do?
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run on first down. McFarland, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. On third down, McFarland. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
First down, Chicago.
Set, cut. Get your money. Get your money. Don't get nervous.
They'll look to throw now on first down. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A throw over the middle taken in, and they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 16.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Giants' 12-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Second and 5. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for, but this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On second down now, McFarland. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Oh. Check.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Second and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He'll look to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards and a giant first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a giant 1st down on a gain of 16.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Motion. Hey, check motion, man. Put your hurry. Get hands on motion.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
He'll look to throw. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 14. A first down carry for Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, touchdown number 18 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
The coverage was terrific downfield because he had to check down to the tight end. But that means the pressure on the quarterback wasn't very good. He had a long time to survey the field, didn't he?
Able to buy himself some time in the pocket, hit the safety valve. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 31 yards there and a first down. Well, what made that toss out to the right so successful? Because it looked pretty easy.
A belief in the play. An absolute execution by all 11 on the offensive side of the ball. Everyone took care of their assignment, but the reason they did so, every time that play is called, they think it's going to go for big yardage. It's their staple play, and they love to run it.
A gain of 3, second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's a 2nd and 7. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jonathan Allen able to get in there and drop him behind the line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll look to throw here. This is the tight end, Njoku. And here he'll get it down to the 7. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Fopo's the Mike. Mike's Fopo. Watch the run.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 1.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jonnu Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Giants have taken the lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Come on.
Second and 4. To Barkley on the check down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley, and he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 3. Check 3.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now this throw caught left side. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
44, Mike.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 21 yards.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe
blitz coming, and down he goes. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On second down, McFarland, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Looking to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
They're going to try and throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So from the 36 now, first and 10. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll run on first down. McFarland. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Second and 2. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. The Bears on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's third and 2. Now back to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And a failure on fourth down on the other side leads immediately to a first and he is in! Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. They'll drop the throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And shutting him off, now open field. He's still barreling. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
53.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Open man has got one. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Night, sweetheart.
He'll look to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. McFarland, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes were being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st. critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. That one looks like he'll throw here. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there. And they
are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Rosas to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on 4th down, but they're going once more. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Pressure gets there, and he goes down. Now, there's also a flag, but this might be on the offense anyway, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, the win is their 8th on the year.